conversations are a part of parenting, whether it's talking about loss, puberty, even divorce, but that doesn't make them any less challenging to get through for the whole family. Our parent panel, Brea Schmidt from the Thinking Branch and Gregg Behr, the co-author of When You Wonder You're Learning, are here to talk about what they've learned through this process. And I do think, we sign up for all of this. When you have kids, none of it is really going to be easy. But when you start to have those tough conversations, you realize, oh my gosh, we're in the thick of it, and am I doing the right thing?
Yeah. And you're on the spot. So they ask you the big question and you are on the spot. And so I've learned that when those big questions come, I always cushion it with a question. Tell me more about why you're bringing that up. What happened or what did you hear that is, making you ask me this? And it gives me a second to have the, things run in my brain. What am I going to say? How am I going to handle this? But that's always the first thing that I do.
Well, also so you don't overshare, right?
Yes.
You don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Greg, talk to me about some of the tough conversations you've had so far in parenting.
Yeah, well, it's normal for kids to have big feelings and big thoughts. And I'll share a very personal example. So last year, March Madness, it was Friday night, I was tired. I wanted to do nothing more than just sit down and watch 5 different basketball games at once, right?
That's right.
So there I am, and my older daughter's sitting right next to me, and she turns to me and said, "Daddy, am I gonna be shot?" So Heather, I froze in that moment. I didn't have the moment to think a question, and I realized in that moment that the news of the day, which had been the massacre of Asian Americans in Atlanta, had gotten to my household.
My gosh.
My daughter is of mixed race, Caucasian and Asian, and she was wondering what was going to happen to me. And in that moment, I had to convey to her, you're safe. It's okay to ask these questions.
Right.
I don't have all of the answers, but together, we're going to figure this out. And I think those big questions, sometimes you hope you can respond, but sometimes, like me in that moment, you freeze and you just have to convey safety and love and assurance.
I want to cry just hearing that because I think, I immediately went back to Uvalde and watching that and seeing my kids were seeing some of that coverage too. And our biggest thing as parents is we want to help them, guide them, but keep them safe,
Yes.
And so to hear that, that must have been really hard to have that conversation.
Well, and we've learned from Fred Rogers, anything that's mentionable is manageable, right? So I'm glad that she shared with me that great big feeling. And it's okay to have big thoughts and big feelings.
So, Brea, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think that's the key is I think it's great that his daughter knew that she could say that out loud. Because for us, I'm in the 11, 9, and 7 stage where they're hearing things from friends, from their friends who have social media. My kids don't yet. And so they're already hearing it. And I want them to know that they can come to me about it because I want to be able to insert my thoughts and our values and my answers in there so they're not constantly going outward to find answers, that they know that we are a safe space to come to and ask a question.
So have you had some of these tough conversations too, and what have those looked like?
Very much so. I mean, as you know, I'm a big mental health advocate. So mental health is a conversation that I think is really important. And I want my kids to know at an early age how important it is to be able to talk about those things. So my kids know I go to therapy. My kids know I struggle with anxiety, and we talk about that. So what happens is when I talk openly to them about it, at nighttime, I will go to their beds and I'll say something like, hey, what's on your heart today?
Oh, I love that.
And it's a question that usually evokes an emotional answer and allows them to be able to talk about those things. So I think for me, it's just sometimes sharing stories myself, not to get them to talk, but just to say, hey, this is a conversation that's welcome in our household, and you should know that you can have them with us.
And you sharing a bit of that, you sharing one of your personal situations, how do you handle your own emotions during that? Because I think that we can kind of get caught up in it. Again, being brought to tears yourself if there's something terrible that's happening, and you're kind of living through that as well, and wanting to be there to be strong and supportive for them.
Well, I think partly showing your emotions. It was okay in that moment to show my own anxiety, to demonstrate that I didn't actually have all the answers. I mean, there was a bit of vulnerability to that. As a parent, I think I've gotten a lot better asking other parents, right? Like, not only are our kids learning to manage their emotions, but I talk to neighbors, how are you handling puberty? How are you handling safety of kids?
So
right? Like, I'm getting better about asking questions, and I feel like asking my peers is helping me with my emotions and also my responses.
Yeah.
And I think self-care is a huge piece of it. It's me taking care of myself and creating that center for myself in a very chaotic world so that when those things come to us, that I cannot panic, but instead go, okay, this is happening and this is okay and this is a good thing.
You know, I was just telling my mom actually that we are in this generation of parenting where we almost have too much information thrown at us sometimes, and you just want to kind of block it all out and do what you think is best. Do you have any tips of what to avoid when you're having these tough conversations, either lived through experiences?
Yeah, I will say that my big thing is never acting surprised when they ask me something. I never want it to be like, what did you say? Because that might make them go, oh, maybe I shouldn't ask these big questions. So I think just saying thank you so much for knowing that you could ask me that question. Tell me a little bit more about why you're bringing that up.
Yeah.
There's a difference there. So I think not panicking and not acting surprised is a big one for me.
And I feel, Brea, like your strategy of asking a question yourself, giving yourself a moment, it's like giving yourself a little bit of a timeout as you collect your own thoughts.
And think about how you want to answer appropriately. Thank you, guys. What a good conversation to have. I mean, the puberty thing alone, you brought that up. I'm like, oh no, I need some help there.
As a girl dad, I worry.
Oh my gosh. Well, if you want to check out the Thinking Branch, we have more information on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh. And you can also purchase Gregg's book on Amazon and at Barnes & Noble.